Yes, go ahead, Tina.
Hi. So
How are you?
I'm great. I really liked what you were saying about how, challenges still come up and you have a new perspective. At least I do now. I just had a miracle happen
Okay.
yesterday. My sister and I took our art to a gallery, right? So we both took art in, wanting to get our art in this gallery. And the woman accepted both of us, both of our paintings. Not all of our paintings, but a few. And
Wow.
it's so exciting, right? Like how many people
Yes.
get their art in a gallery? So I was super excited, and she was upset. Like she was like she didn't like this one. Why didn't she like that one? She just, I was like, I don't, I finally said, we're in a gallery. Do you get how amazing this is? Like, that's what we should be excited about. Like, who cares what she doesn't like? She likes these paintings. And so it was interesting because I had this pain in my heart about my family and the things that bother them, but I also recognized that it was theirs and not mine, and I didn't really need to embrace it at all. you know,
Right.
because I'm so filled up with Shreem Brzee that it can't even get into me anymore, which is great.
Oh, that's wonderful. And here's the thing too, Tina, is it helps us to detach and not judge it because everyone is going through their own battles in life, right? It's enough to
Right.
just get up off the bed and get going. So we're not in a place of judgment or trying to fix things. With Shreem Brzee, you're released from that so the energy can dissipate. And then with that dissipation of energy in the space, perhaps there will be a shift in how they're responding to. It might take a little longer because they're not as focused as you and they don't have the secrets, but you never know. It might be helping them. So it is, I just wanted to clarify or bring more clarity to that, where we get into this us versus them, or I'm this way and they're that way. So we're all one ultimately. And that's what we're doing here on this path with Dr. Ply, is to better our lives and to clear up any congested energies around us so that whatever we're resonating with, it better be our highest and best. And with our highest and best and the blessings of Shreem Brzee or any of these divine beings, that will pour out into the space. That's the whole thing. This is the whole reason why we're here on the earth plane. And perhaps you're attracted to Dr. Ply's teachings because you get them. You understand that these are the tools that help you to see clearly first. And then as you become more familiar with the practices and more familiar with these archetypes who are blessing you constantly, you start to just open up and open up and open up. And what we'll find is all our family issues, all our work issues, all our issues that we normally need tissues for, it will just dissolve.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like how you were talking about how it brings us clarity and it keeps
Yeah,
us focused. And then we're not so pulled by other people's emotions, and which has been a big thing with me my whole life, getting drawn into other
absolutely.
people's stuff. Yeah.
Well, and Tina, it sounds like you're an empath, meaning that you feel for people, and we're all very porous. Spiritual people are very porous. That's why they get into trouble. They don't know how to close off those pores. So we
Right.
don't want to close off and shut ourselves out. We want to empower all those holes in us, those porous parts of us, with the Holy Spirit that comes in these different forms. So we want to be breathing in the Holy Spirit, breathing in Narasimha, breathing in Shreem Brzee, breathing in Dr. Ply's grace and blessings, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing, and that becomes our pulse. So then the pores will be just dispelling or deflecting anything that is coming into our eternal being.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. And I had done a flower puja before I left, 1,000 plus petal
Oh,
flower puja. and I just felt so filled up with flowers before I even left to go visit my family. And I'm like, oh, it's so, you can't even explain it, that you're one, that you're the same thing as Shreem Brzee.
Yeah.
And connecting and staying connected to that is just amazing. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Tina. And a lot of us have these challenges, even when we think, oh, okay, I'm over that, or my brother, my sister, my parents, and I, or whoever it is in your life, that you've had kind of issues or a rough go. You think, okay, we're good. And then all of a sudden something happens, like, oh, man. So Shreem Brzee will help you to navigate through that.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I'll let someone else talk. So thank you again, Sucharita, for all you do
Oh,
for us.
you're very welcome, Tina, and thank you for sharing. I'm glad Shreem Brzee is really rocking us. Like, this is why we're doing it on a global level, because on an individual level, we can have our own experiences, but how to amp those up will be when we're sharing with one another, we can see and feel in the person, wow, I want to be like that. I want to be feeling detached. I don't want to be just saying, oh yes, Shreem Brzee is doing it for me. I want to feel what that person is feeling as they are experiencing these kinds of things that Tina has shared.